A happy Independence Day weekend, true believers, and that means it was Hannibal Cannibal Day in America's hometown, presented by Hannibal Regional. The rolling start format this year complicated the fun for us video-wise, but the presence of Miles Shepard, former West Hancock star, most certainly does not. Your top 5K finisher overall and your 16 to 19-year-old group champ on the men's side in a time of 16:08, the future Iowa Hawkeye star with a blistering mile split of 5:12. That's great stuff. Not far behind, however, Bowling Green's Ben Chance, an emerging star in his own right, finished second to Shepard, both overall in his age group in a time of 17:22, keeping that family tradition rolling. Meanwhile, third overall and winning the men's 20 to 24-year-old bracket, Hannibal's own Alec Whitener in a time of 18:09, claiming the 12 to 15-year-old crown, and fifth overall, Dominic Buckman of St. Louis with a big thumbs up here for us as he crosses the finish line. Ben Athman of Baldwin, Missouri, finished 7th overall in a time of 19:08. The immortal Matt Chance in what we'll call the Masters Division, 8th overall, but his time of 19:44 gives him the win in the 45 to 49-year-old bracket for 5K. Also, Emden's Levi Wright, 3rd in the 12 to 15-year-old bracket and 9th overall. Fantastic runners. Speaking of really good emerging runners, Mark Twain's Sam Northcutt, 2023. He's 5th overall in the 12 to 15-year-old division. Scary news for Northeast Missouri. There's another Chance on the way. Brock Chance, your champ, under 11 and 21:15. And speaking of cross-country coaches, check out our guy Jimmy Caniglio doing his work. Jim running in a time of 20:49 to claim second to Mr. Chance in the Masters Division. Dakota Snyder here of Palmyra, 21st overall, top 10 in his division. And coming across the line here, Jake Wade, who ends up with a top 25 finish, and Allie Myers of Quincy. Miss Myers was second in the 16 to 19-year-old women's division to Blair Lobdell, and 26th overall. So a nice showing there for Allie Myers. Cheyenne MacArthur right here of Peavey, Missouri. She would finish first in the 25 to 29-year-old women's bracket in a time of 22:32. Good showing for her. Check out the great finish coming up here as well. A ferocious finish between Jack Welch and Wyatt Whetstone. Whetstone's going to get him at the end, finish 36th overall, but Welch would end up finishing second to Brock Chance in the under 11 division in 23:02. Colin Caniglio, 3rd in the under 11-year-old division, so great family legacies brewing. Brooklyn Foreman crossing the line here, 4th and 10th fastest 5K female finisher. And how about a big finish from Monroe City's own Emily Spalding, who's going to win the women's under 11 bracket as well. That was all of the 5K fun. As you see, Miss Spalding cap off our coverage on that side of things, but plenty to tell you about in the longer divisional races as well. Your fastest overall finisher in the 10K division was Jason Fambro of Mission, Kansas, running in a time of 35:33. Zach Holtz wins the 30 to 34-year-old men's division in the 10K. Jacob Gietenhagen of Hannibal wins the 20 to 24-year-old men's division. And Nicholas Bangi of Quincy does likewise in the 16 to 19-year-old division. Erica Lindsay was your top 10K female winner in a time of 42:56. A shout out as well to Palmyra's Georgia O'Brien, who finished 15th overall in the 10K, but won the women's 16 to 19-year-old division in a time of 47:04. Meanwhile, in the 15K, Thomas Cormier of Clayton, Missouri wins that overall title. Megan Johnson was your top female finisher out of Arvada, Colorado. And Hannibal's own Cameron Nichols, who knows this course awfully well, takes the 16 to 19-year-old men's division in the 15K. And in the 15K, Thomas Cormier of Clayton, Missouri wins the men's side. It was Megan Johnson of Arvada, Colorado winning the women's crown, and Cam Nichols, Hannibal's own, with a top finish in the 16 to 19-year-old 15K division. Obviously, Cam, a very skilled homegrown runner as well. And again, a great morning out there through America's hometown and up Lover's Leap as the good folks at Hannibal Regional put on quite a show with this year's annual Hannibal Cannibal. Reporting from America's hometown, Chris Dewar wishing you all the best of the holiday weekend.